It was the 23rd century. Mankind's darkest hour.
And definitely our dumbest idea.
Life support online. Initiating cryogenic freezing.
Making an army of Darth Vaders.
Commencing pod lockdown.
This way we can jettison them to individual planets. It's looking like sunny side of Philadelphia, Todd.
Control, incoming hostiles, 10 minutes out.
Oh, I take that back. It looks like rain, Jeff.
The war had been raging for almost 100 years. We had been fighting for so long, no one could remember the reason why it all started in the first place.
Pepsi versus Coke, obviously.
All we knew is that there were two sides, the Coalition and the Alliance. For decades, millions died for the same piece of rock, again and again. Finally, one side managed to gain the upper hand, the Coalition.
Unleash the hounds! Commence orbital bombardment!
ASF-1, we have liftoff. ASF-2, you are clear. 3 is a
In
go.
desperation, the Alliance launched 5 sleeper ships. The hope was for them to begin again, far from the war and strife that had befallen Earth, to start free from the prejudices that had divided us for so long. Each sleeper ship was christened after its patron nation. The Britonia, the Rhineland, the Hispania, the Khazari, the Liberty.
America. Sir, their plot armor! It's too strong!
Against all odds, the colony ships broke through the Coalition blockade and headed for the Sirius system. That was 800 years ago, when we came here to rebuild our lives. We've come a long way since then. We have grown, we have prospered, we have flourished. But we will never forget.
Thanks, Methuselah. Hello, Internet. And this is Stuck Inside Gaming's first channel of videos, Freelancer. So I chose this because I know a bit about it because I used to play this way back in the day. This is one of the first video games I ever played as a kid, alongside Fury 3 and Unreal Tournament. It was released by a studio that once was known as Digital Anvil, but was eventually bought out by Microsoft Game Studio, and it got a lot of flack a couple years after it came out, but when it came out it was still pretty good, and honestly it's still one of my favorite games of my childhood, so let's get into it.
Roger that. All systems show green. SA-14, you're cleared for departure.
Acknowledge Freeport 7. We'll see you in about 2 weeks.
That's the longest pizza delivery I've ever heard.
SA-14, we're picking up unknown contacts on long-range sensors. We're dispatching a fighter wing to escort you out of the system. Godspeed.
Gotta protect that pepperoni. Oh dear. There we go.
Navy Command, this is Freeport 7.
That didn't happen.
Restraint trainings on the long-range sensors.
That's never happened before. My pizza jokes were too cheesy for this game.
Perimeter. Man all station.
2 weeks is too long. It's supposed to be 30 minutes or it's free. Sometimes good pizza is worth killing over. I want a refund.
President Jacoby has asked the LSF to investigate the sudden destruction of Freeport 7. No word yet on whether it was accidental or a deliberate attack. The first handful of survivors arrived on Manhattan this morning.
Ah, Jerry Generic.
We're here for medical. Is there anyone seriously injured?
One. Inside.
His name's My Dignity? I really do miss this game and really wish there was a feature to walk around the planets a bit. Oh yeah, and Lonigan. I forgot about
He
Lonigan.
owes me some credits.
Your concern is touching. We'll do everything we can. It may take a while.
Officially, the Liberty Security Force maintains there is no proof Freeport 7's destruction was deliberate.
I can never figure out if that was a tattoo or a scar on his face.
The Order.
I think it's a
Keep you up
tattoo.
to date as the story develops.
Even 800 years later, we still have Avalon. References to King Arthur. I'm assuming that's a bar. Generic soda. Storyteller. Liberty. Must be rush hour.
A Sidewinder Fang.
All we have is Liberty Ale, friend.
Fine.
All we got is Coke
Her
products.
name's Junko Zane. She's a tough one.
Oh, why's that?
She's LSF. All business. If it's a job you're wanting, that is. On the other hand, if you're looking for something more...
Well, the only thing I'm looking for right now is this drink.
I know you.
No, I don't think so.
The news. I saw your face on the news. You're one of the Freeport 7 survivors, aren't you?
Yeah.
I heard it was pretty bad out there. You know, you're lucky to be alive.
Pretty bad for
This
pretty good
one's on
pizza.
me, friend. It's the good stuff.
Why?
Because it's not every day a man has the chance to start again, huh? To your good fortune and liberty, sir.
Well, it can't get any worse. Thanks.
With a glass the rim of which is about half an inch thick. Okay, so you can actually talk to these people and they'll actually give you some rumors occasionally. Apparently he'll actually give you a job if you want it. These two, oh, he actually has a job for us too, but we want to go over here.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't have nearly enough people.
Junie, the environment has changed. Well, with groups like the Order taking more and more liberties, indeed now threatening our profits, some in the government feel that we need to increase our patrols in these areas.
You Junko Zane?
Yes?
I believe you have business to discuss.
Wait!
I will leave this matter in your capable hands.
Mr.
Sorry.
Freeman.
The bartender said you work for the Liberty Security Force.
And who do you work for, Mr.
Trent. I work for myself.
What kind of ship do you have?
I lost mine on Freeport 7.
I see. Are you staying in Liberty long?
I've got a friend who was injured in the attack. He's in medical. I'll be staying at least until he's released.
Well, as it happens, I could use a good freelancer, Mr. Trent. I'll be in the equipment room later. You can meet me there. Oh, and if we are gonna work together, call me Junie.
Yes, milady. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Off to the equipment dealer we go. Too many syllables. I never understood why the equipment dealer had architecture that looked...
Hello?
Yeah, this is kind of the architecture you'd expect out of like the interior of a pharaoh's palace, with the faces on the wall staring down at people.
LSF, Mr. Trent?
It's just Trent. And yeah.
I mean, this is just an equipment shop.
Well, I found this ship for you. It's very basic, and you won't have jump access yet, but it should be good enough for now. This assignment will be easy. All you have to do is babysit a convoy of food and medical supplies. You'll be hooking up with the escort CO King. I'll tell him to expect you. That is, of course, if you're interested.
You can actually completely decline the whole story mode just with this one thing. And that's what's actually really funny about it. But we're gonna go with it.
Sounds good. I'm in.
Good, better get going. I'll have your ship moved immediately. All you'll have to do is go to the landing pad and launch. King will be waiting for you near the docking ring in space, okay? I'll see you when you get back.
Thanks.
And that tells us all we need to do in order to play, save, and load. And with that, I think we'll cut it here. I know there was kind of a long intro, but in the next video I'll get to more of the combat and the actual meat of the game. I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and I hope you look forward to the next upcoming video. And hope to see you again here stuck inside. Well, I might as well game.